Hey, it's me, Rich, and I'm going to do another quick unboxing of a thing I got in the mail because I could get this stuff, the stuff I wait for in the mail takes forever to get here, so I got this Loot Crate just sitting there, and I just want to open it and see what's in it because it's really exciting, except that I don't really like Loot Crate that much because they're not that great. So, let's do it now. Anyway, here's my Loot Crate. And it's your standard Loot Crate, your run-of-the-mill Loot Crate. And I'm going to open it. It's a very dangerous knife. And we're going to look inside. This is the most recent one. I had another one that I didn't. Oh, already I see G.I. Joe. And I like G.I. Joe, so already we're doing okay. Oh! And right away, a really cool t-shirt. Look at that. Wakanda Forever, a Black Panther, and it's in my size. The Loot Crate did get one thing right. They finally started making t-shirts for the morbidly obese. Because if it's one thing we need to keep going, it's the fat nerd concept. This is the Lord of the Rings pin set. I can't see it because it says Lord of the Rings, and then on the other side you can't see what it was. So if this was like hanging in a shop, you wouldn't buy them because you can't see what they are. So it's forcing me to open them, which I will. I don't like the Lord of the Rings, but well, these are neat. There is a sword of some kind, a banner of another kind, and yet another banner of a third or second kind. These must be the good boy and bad boy banners. And that's the sword that apparently also appears in the Game of Thrones throne as one of the sword handles that are broken and put in the Game of Thrones throne. I always like the Game of Thrones throne because it's symbolic of all that was required to create such a kingdom, all the deaths and battles and violence and such. And I guess Lord of the Rings has that message as well. Will humans ever know peace? Will we always be at each other's throat for one reason or another? I can't think we would. Oh no, look at this! I don't know what this is. Oh, this is from Fast 9. It's a vinyl sticker to put on your car, I guess. But this is Vin Diesel's situation. We're family. You know that whole thing. Family customs. Well, that's neat. Let's see what else we got. Is there seriously just 3 things in here? That can't be right, because the sticker doesn't make up for crap. Alright, this is a Loot Crate Scarlet. This is cool, because it's one of my favorite G.I. Joe characters. Which is interesting. I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's just take a look at... Ooh, so far so good. Oh, it's one of these clowny, cartoony things. There she is. That looks kind of cool. I do like that. A little too much on the manga side for my taste, but I like it. Good realistic body proportions. She was among the first figures to be created for the new G.I. Joe line, which was replacing the old, you know, what was it, 12-foot figure, 10-inch figure? I don't know if there's a 12-foot figure, I can't imagine. 10-inch figure of the 60s and 70s with the kung fu grip and the flocked beards on the characters and stuff. But here's the thing, when they made this new iteration, it was created by a guy named Larry Hama, and he was essentially trying to reboot the S.H.I.E.L.D. Premise, the S.H.I.E.L.D. concept for a comic book and toy line. So, but they wouldn't go for that. Marvel wouldn't go for that. It says, create your own thing. And he says, okay, I'll create my own thing. So it goes G.I. Joe. So all the characters, some of the characters are based on characters you might see in S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, for instance, Scarlet is very close to Black Widow, and Duke is a lot like Nick Fury, and seems like Snake Eyes. It was a snake, but you know, So he created his own characters, but that were loosely based on his concept for a new S.H.I.E.L.D. book. And he named the redhead Scarlet, who was much more like the Black Widow than I think anything. Then, fast forward 40 years later or such, and you're making a movie for the MCU, for the Marvels, and you want a Black Widow, someone to play the Black Widow. Well, who do you get? Well, you get Scarlett Johansson. Now, isn't that strange that her name is Scarlet? And the character of Scarlet and G.I. Joe was loosely based on Black Widow, and then, you know, it's a full circle kind of situation. So that's pretty cool, I think. Anyway, that's all there was in there. Now, I'm not saying these were bad things, because they were good things. There's a decal, pins, a cool figure, and a shirt. So I can't be too mad, but it seems like, gosh, if you just had that fifth element, as they say, something, just one more thing. Everybody likes just the one more thing, and so I think a fifth product could have been cool. Now, they do a thing where they add on stuff, and I did that. You get a special, for an extra, you know, I don't know, maybe $15. They add a special, you know, very limited thing, and they always end up being some of these vinyl characters, and the last one was the vinyl, variant vinyl version of Hypnotoad from the Futurama. Now, I like that, that's cool, but the figure, it's made by, you know, one of those artsy-fartsy vinyl companies, Kid Robot. It's cool, but it doesn't quite evoke the Hypnotoad that as I remember. Apparently there was a figure before this, same figure, where the paint and eyes are much more, look how big my arm is. Paint and eyes are much bigger than, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The point is, I don't think it was a very accurate depiction, and now it's just kind of this weird, like, off-product thing, you know, like when they made those fake Bart Simpsons in China. So that's not worth it at all. Don't get the add-on thing. It's almost never seemingly worth it. It's some sort of variant of something that came before, and therefore mostly worthless, because you know, people don't want the variant in this case. In other cases they do, but variants, I find, people don't want to collect a whole bunch of different colors of the same thing. But they keep doing them. But in this case especially, I don't think it works so good. But Loot Crate has this up, and that's why I don't really, you know, get much from them all the time. Anyway, that's been the box. I'm going to put it on the floor. I might revisit it later. I'm going to close my dangerous knife and put it in my backpack. And that'll be that. So I hope you watch this and all the way to the end just to see how it ends. And, you know, surprise, nothing happened. No spoilers of any kind. And I hope you took that info about Scarlet to heart, or Heartlet, Scarlet to Heartlet. I hope I can edit that last part that I just said. I probably won't, though. So anyway, have fun, goodbye, live long, and so forth.